Da 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 da. Beginning of the Star Trek. No, it's Lord of the Rings. Ring of Power. Episode 6. Look, there's 2 rings. What's the name of this episode? You done? Something like that. Like you done. Like you done it. You done. That's right. You done. It's like, that's the name of the episode. It's like, I don't know what it means. The music is pretty good. In some ways, it's a little bit mysterious. The intro song here. But I would imagine it's not at the same level as the 3 movies, the 3 Lord of the Rings movies, the first 3, and probably The Hobbit too. Like, it's just not at the same level. The show is like, it's just like, it's a little bit different. It's still interesting. It's like, there's so many things I cannot say on YouTube, and they take down my videos, over 7,000 videos, and on top of that, a lot of other stuff. It take down channels, and censorship on Facebook and Twitter is pretty bad, and a lot of these websites, social media, man, it's like you cannot say things. It's almost like you cannot say Voldemort, like in Harry Potter. It's like the name you can never say. Or Sauron. Like, speaking of Sauron, it's like, is this Sauron? It's almost like they want you to think this is Sauron, but it's like, it's probably the other guy. And I talked about that in previous episodes, that the other guy is probably Sauron, and this is like somebody else. My children. Maybe he is Sauron, I don't know. It's probably that he's like one of the head leaders. You know, while Sauron's away, he gets to run the show. He's a little bit inspirational, not very inspirational, but then again, I don't think you have to be really inspirational to inspire these guys. Now they're all chanting like some kind of mob, like something you saw in 2020. Please don't delete this video. I didn't say anything, but it's like, you know, they're all saying something together, and they're going across a bridge. Hopefully there's no troll under. Wait a minute, it's almost like they are the trolls. Alright, this looks familiar, like the place where they're fighting Sauron in Hobbit. The Hobbit movies, the last Hobbit movie. Like, is this the same tower? Oh, this guy's hiding here. So this guy, he looks, and there's like, what is that, a mask? Is that supposed to be like the mask of Sauron? Oh, it looks like they're looking for Sauron. Alright, they start going after the elf, the black elf, and he was able to get away. Pretty clever how he was able to do it. He got the tower, he got the door. The crowd goes wild. Oh, he my new boyfriend. Meanwhile, in the water, everybody's sleeping. It's a slumber party. Man, it's so hard being Sauron when everybody knows you by another name. Nobody knows who I really am. It's so lonely. I'm eating an apple. One day I'm gonna kill Sauron. Cut off his arm. I wanna be doing sword fighting with him. He barely eats the apple, and then he throws the apple. What a waste of food. Pardon me, Commander. Oh, hey, you don't have to be so polite around me. I'm a diva. Oh, why did you join? I'm just trying to get away. Just by an angel. The sun has rised. Wow, I can see it now with my human eyes. You little elfie was able to see it before me. How dare you? How unfair. What happened to his mother? Let me not answer that question and tell you it's so weird seeing the sun come up on this side and not the other side. Oh, sit down. How peculiar. Okay. How strange. How odd. Ooh, you could have just have told me that. You didn't have to tell me all that other stuff first. Oh, planning. Oh, for some reason I think I forgot that she's on the boat too. Alright, they're doing a little bit of a Home Alone with the orcs. They're gonna draw the orcs in. They're preparing a home court advantage, a bunch of traps. Alright, so if you cannot fight, stay inside. Don't worry about your bad dreams. I need you inside the house protecting those who cannot fight. You would hold me in the dark, girl, mother, whatever you are. In the end, the shadow is just a small and passing thingamabob. they have some kind of relationship with each other. The tension is kind of big, kind of good, kind of sexual. A little bit slow, this show is, but at times it's interesting. The characters are a little bit interesting sometimes. So the elves have a tradition of planting trees or plants or whatever they are, these seeds, right before they go to battle. It's life in defiance of potential death. Go on, my dear. Wow. Girl, you're making this hard on me. I'm not supposed to like the humankind. I feel like I'm Natalie Portman. You're like Anakin Skywalker, except you're not gonna become Darth Vader. You're just gonna live on and on and on and on. We're making promises already? I don't do so good with promises. Nah. Just kiss me, baby. Meanwhile, in Hobbitland. Meanwhile, in Moon Landing. Wait, nope. Wrong show. This is not Game of Thrones. We don't got no moon landing here. This ain't no NASA. Dare I say the other word? Like, I don't know if it happened or not. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. I cannot say. Anyways, it's like, wrong show. Alright, it's dark. The graveyard is still open. People are there for some reason. I'm joking. More like it's a ghost town. Nah, they're just waiting for the orcs to come into the trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Right, here comes the orcs. They're coming in. Oh, one's gonna get them. The orc was able to get one girl, but not this girl. So this girl was able to slice his neck and then let the fire cart go down. Look at the fire cart go. Causing big fire. Beavis and Butthead. Fire. Boom, boom, bows and arrows. Some of the orcs have them too. Orc versus elf. Fight's pretty interesting. The girl came to save the day. She was able to save the elf from getting his eye stabbed by the orc. The girl saves the day again. Again. Wow, thanks, Hutton. Thank you, baby, for saving me. Even though I probably should have saved you. But to be fair, it was a pretty good fight, and then went back and forth. The elf did pretty good. The orc was giant. The orc was pretty strong. So, it was probably a pretty even match. And it was probably realistic that he was about to end him. But then she came to save the day, so I guess it works out in the end. Alright, it looks like we won this round. It was pretty terrible. People dying. But they won. Ultimately, that's what matters. I think. God, I think I'm gonna be sick. You have to pay the toll. He's kinda acting like he's a troll instead of an orc. Or maybe they're the same thing. Here comes another battle. Looks like there's more out there. Oh no, the girl got shot. Oh no. She was stabbed with a bow. Oh, an arrow. Is he gonna make it? I don't know. But here they're coming. They got the arrow out of her. Meanwhile, there's orcs surrounding the building. So it's becoming like a horror film. Closing the wound with fire. It stopped the bleeding. Wake up. She wakes up. Thank God, I almost felt like I was a girl on Titanic when I said the Jack never let go. And he let go. I was like, no. It was just like that. I felt like that with you, mother. Here's that guy again. The not Sauron dude. General dude. Coming to make trouble. Trouble in your neighborhood. Dear God, they're gonna break in. And they're gonna see me like this. What's this? A bunch of horses are coming. I don't know why they're coming, but they're coming. I guess it's the people from the island. I guess they're coming. They come just in time. Now, is he actually going to the place where all the orcs are? The orcs that are, surrounding the building? If so, then the question would be, how does he know exactly where to go And why are they going so fast? Do they know exactly like what's happening? Because I don't think there'd be any way for her to know that it's urgent. But it does look pretty epic that they're all running. They're running. Now, this is a little bit odd. Now they're like taking hostages. Two, the girl and the son. Now, why would they do that? Is that really what they would do? I don't think so. But it seems like they want the elf that badly, even though they really don't have to do this, because it's like, what do they want with the elf? They want to talk to the elf? You sure they don't want to just like kill the elf? What are they gonna do? Is like kill everybody except for these two hostages, the girl and the son. They're gonna kill everybody else, and they're gonna like what? Talk to the elf, little black elf, and make a deal with him. Speak of the devil. Hey devil, what do you want me to do? Sell my soul to you? I don't have any. I'm an elf. He's the devil's kind of handsome. Dare you say handsome? That's despicable, oddly erotic. Geez, you're turning me on. Now, it's only the first date. Let's make a deal. Then he starts talking like elfish. Like there's no subtitles. What's he saying? Alright, so all that just to get to the sword. Now, is this supposed to be like Sauron's sword? But I mean, I thought the sword got destroyed in the big battle, and I thought the battle doesn't happen until after everybody has their ring of power, and then Sauron gets the ring of power, and he becomes really powerful. And I thought that maybe that didn't happen yet. Or did Sauron have a sword before he had a sword? Like, is this the sword he had before the other sword? Or is this the same sword and he puts it back together again and then he loses it again? Like, or did I miss the battle? You know, is this show taking place after the big battle that you see? You know, they talk about it in the first Lord of the Rings movie. Did that big battle happen already? Nah, that can't be. All these guys are coming in to save the day just in time. Highly unrealistic that they would be able to come in time to save the day. Save the people from the orcs, these little monsters. Little monsters. Very, very unrealistic in the sense of I don't think anybody told them about the battle. I mean, I guess it might be that they were planning to come here anyways, and that they were going to come here as fast as possible, and just so happened to be right at the same time that that they needed help. So it could be highly coincidental, but it does look like it's like they knew that they had to come in hot, fast and hot to win the day. It's like they knew that there was a battle. It almost looks like that. Like I could not see it any other way. Like you don't like run into a city if there's no battle. How do you know there's this battle? Like this was like a plan last minute. Like these people decided they were gonna like fight the orcs last minute. Like just suddenly they were like, we're gonna do this, and so they did it one day, and then like you know at night, and they started fighting at night, and now it's the morning, and these guys are coming out of nowhere to help save the day. But did they know? Did a little birdie go to them on their little island to tell them you better hurry up and come over here and come right at the end of the battle and save the day? I don't think so. Now this part is becoming a whole lot like Home Alone. This really is the Home Alone episode, and they have like rope or chains and like two horses holding it, and like all the orcs are there like in a row, and they all get towed down, bum 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 bum, from the rope, from the chain. They just mow them over, the people and the horses, and some of them stayed on a hill waiting afar off. Right, we look like Roman gladiators. That guy saved the day. He put an arrow in one of the orcs, Now, if he's Sauron, would he do that? I don't know. So the Sauron guy saved this guy, who's the father of the other guy right there. Hi there. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Oh, this guy gonna get away. Wait, so is the girl going after Sauron? Is that Sauron? No, it's the commander of the Northern Armies. Oh, okay. Like a general. He's going after that guy. On one hand, it's like he's a coward. He's running away from a girl. On the other hand, it's like he wants her to follow him. Is he a girl? Is he wimpy? Or is it a trap for the girl? The music is epic. It's probably the first time in the whole entire series that the music was out of this world. Lord of the Rings, out of this world, like spectacular. Except, better than that. The music kind of reminds me of Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, like the first movie, when I say first, like the one with Darth Maul, like he's fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi. Da 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 da. Whoa. There's a big chorus, like the music is kind of like that, some kind of chorus. You can hear like people chanting in the background. Somehow, she's going faster than him, and his ears are really big. It's almost like, what, is he some kind of elf too? And now this guy is coming too. Now, he could be Sauron, and he could be there just to make sure that his general gets away. So he kind of has to, like, pretend to be, like, trying to help her, and then kind of, like, get in the way, and then she's gonna be mad at him, and he's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, I tried to help you, and I failed, but really, he's, like, trying to help his little pawn dude, his little general, get away. Instead, he was able to knock the guy off the horse. He looks at the guy and says, do you remember me? And the guy says, no. And then he was about to kill him. And the girl hops off her horse and says, no, stop it, we need him alive. So it's almost like perhaps this guy is Sauron, and he's pretending to kill his own guy. But he knew that the girl would have mercy, and she wanted information out of the guy. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna play, good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop. I'm gonna pretend to kill him, but you're gonna stop me, so it's gonna be alright. That's right, you better stop, man. It almost looks like he really wants to kill that guy. Oh no, they took on some slave orcs. Why not just kill all the orcs? You can't really trust the orcs. You can't make orcs into slaves. Give me a break. It's ridiculous. Now she's telling him a story about when she was a little girl, and something bad happened, like some orcs came and took some of the elf people or something. Oh, so the story goes so the orc people or whatever took the elf and turned the elf people, some of the elf people that she knew, into a mutated form, also known as the orc people. I don't know if they were the original orcs or if there were already orc people that came in and then created an elf, some kind of elf, how do I say, elf orc thing in a bobber, like a new mutated person, or were they the original form of an orc? I don't know. Oh, you were one of them. You're a mutated. You're. Oh, that's why you have big ears. You're a mutated, elf orc. You're an orc. It's kind of like a human that turns into a weird monster, also known as a zombie. The Sons of the Dark, the first orcs. So the The first orcs were part elf. Is that what she say? I say a pretty ugly face. Even you or somebody don't take orders from master. Hey, that's something that Golem used to say. Master. Ooh. Hey, baby, where's Sauron? Ooh, you like to roll your R's. Oh, come over here, baby. I can help you roll a lot more than just R's, if you know what I mean. Sauron. She really, really, really enjoys rolling her R's. It's gonna give you an R-rated movie. I really want Sauron. Give me Sauron. Sauron. But I need Sauron. I need a little bit of Sauron in my life. Yeah, baby, I need Sauron in my life. Or else I would never ever be able to walk again. Even though I can still walk, I need Sauron. Damn it, me and my sexy nose. Maybe not very sexy. I think I've seen sexier. Perhaps we should bring our prisoners into the sunlight, where you can melt away like a vampire. So is this like the origin of the vampire? Like, what's the similarity between like an elfish orc and a vampire? They both like melt in the sun. So he sits there as the orc tells her about Sauron and what Sauron's up to. Like, Sauron decided to take up the craft of healing and stuff, and I don't know if he's hinting at all that Sauron might be underneath her big long nose. This table is broken. The Disney castle in somebody's nightmare, like my nightmare. You know, when I talk about, talk a little bit about Walt Disney and what he did to his partners, like, ooh, copyright, like, oh man, like, I didn't like it, me and my, I don't like it. So anyways, it's like, I don't know what castle this really is. So it looks like Sauron was like spilling a bunch of blood, a bunch of sacrifices, in order to get to the shadow, the darkness. He wanted some kind of connection to the darkness. I don't know if that would be his former master or something even darker and older than that. I don't know what it is, but he was unable to get to it no matter what, no matter how many sacrifices, all the blood, no matter how much blood. This reminds me of Mortal Kombat 2. You see all these like little demons, like skeletons, in one of the, ether worlds. Do you say ether worlds? Like other world? Like other dimensions? Like other planets? Wow. And I sacrificed a lot of my children for it. Wow, I'm so impressed. Not. And then he says to the girl, I killed Sauron. It's like, how dare you? My children are not slaves. How dare you, white man? Nah, they're not slaves. They got names. Hey, baby, I'm gonna keep you alive and kill your buddies or your children. I'm gonna whisper in your ears, all your offsprings are dead. I'm getting a hard on just thinking about this, because I'm an old lady stuck in a young lady's body, because I'm an elf. I live hundreds, if not thousands of years. I'm an old, cranky old lady. I'm gonna hard on thinking about this, because, I was running around for hundreds of years looking for Sauron. What else am I gonna do except torture people? But I'm not the one with the slaves. You are. Dang, woman, and I thought I was evil. How dare you say I have a little bit of darkness inside of me? Then Sauron comes in right in time to save his buddy again. Right when the girl's about to kill him, he comes into the little barn house and says her name, Galadriel. So he says something to Sauron. Sauron stands for a second, stops walking away, but then continues. It's almost like they're hinting at something, almost like he knows that this guy is Sauron, but doesn't want to talk about it. I'm looking at my dagger next to a pond. I don't know why I'm here. Here comes a guy. There's soft piano music in the background, yeah. Oh, it must be Sauron. Except I'm too dumb to realize. Kinda like the Emperor in Star Wars. Thank you, Sauron, for pulling me back. I almost got mango haze. What did you say? I pulled you back first? You'll never say that, a big floppo. Seems like you better be free of whatever that guy did to you. I wonder if that guy actually killed him and he came back in another body. Is that possible? Could this be like Chucky, the doll, Child's Play? Could he lose his body but then hop into somebody else's body? Some kind of sexual energy between her and him, which would explain what happened in the third Hobbit movie. It's like there's a temptation, it's sexual, it's also like a lust for power, not just sexual physically, but for power and for knowledge and influence. And it's like she wants it, so she continues to want it all the way into the Hobbits and into Lord of the Rings. So it looks like they're playing with that, which is, I say, a pretty interesting story if you're gonna focus on Sauron and the girl. Hi, girl. Hey, elf queen. Nah, I don't. You don't owe me anything, girl. You wanna say bimbo power? Yeah, bimbo power. Brittany Fenty is right. We need more. We need more. Girl powers. The Powerpuff Girl coming together. Simplecast Sunday night on YouTube's Chrissie Mea. Man, why are you always promoting that show? I don't want any what toxicity? Wait, girls don't have that. Alright, look. It's Voldemort. Voldemort? Wait, Sauron. I have a heart on it. I have a thing for, I don't know. I am the Empress. I'm the Queen. But I look at him and all I see is a bunch of babies. Your mommy named you Halbrand? What kind of name is that? Dear Lord. Nah, I ain't your Lord. Oh, geez, baby, is it true? Yeah, I might be the king that you were promised. Yeah, I'll be the greatest king ever. You're gonna love me. And he says, yeah. And everybody's like looking at him, and people are like, yeah, this is cool. So this is probably Sauron, and this is probably how he was able to become the king, and he was able to get people to trust him. You come in on a white horse, and a bunch of other people on white horses. You come into a small town, they're surrounded by orcs. You save the day at the right time, the right place. Almost like, now that makes sense. Now what I said earlier, I take it all back. Everything I said earlier about how in the world do you go to a small city at the right time, at the right place, right as the orc people are gonna destroy the human people. It's like, how do they know? Oh, perhaps because one of the guys on the good guy's side, in the boat and the ships and on the horses, is Sauron himself, and he knows everything. I mean, I don't know. Is he telepathic? I don't know how he knows, but I guess perhaps he knew. All hail King Sauron, king of all the white bitches. All hail the true king of the Southlands. Yeah, these people have been waiting a long time for this to happen. Now, what exactly qualifies him? I guess it's genealogy, bloodline, and that he was good looking and pretty strong in the battle. He helped the other people fight the bad guys, the orcs. I mean, it has to be, I imagine it has to be mostly just the claim to the throne, like he has the bloodline, like he's related to somebody. That's why they're accepting him, because they know of him, because he's related to somebody that they knew long ago. I don't know how long ago, but then again, I don't think so. Unless if he took over somebody's body, if he's Sauron, how would they know him? Like, they don't know him, but they do know him, or do they know him? Like, where did they come from? Where did he come from? Like, why do they like him? I guess, I don't know. But somehow it's like they like a girl and the black elf, and they're like having a back and forth. And then she gives him something. It was so hard. I had to during the battle, I had to give that little orc what he wanted, that little part of a sword. An axe. Was there supposed to be something else in here? Like that broken sword? Did the real Sauron steal it from him when nobody was looking? This guy puts that sword into the ground. And I don't know who this guy is exact. Oh, I guess he was like a traitor because he was with the orcs. So he's like a double agent. And he was somehow able to put all the pieces together like a puzzle, put the sword together, and then put it into the ground like it's King Arthur and the sword. There is the sword in the stone. And then like it opened everything up, and then now it's like things are opening because like you put the sword in, it's like a key. It's like the dam is opening. It's not the pain of the horse that is bothering the horse, but rather its rider. The horse is sensitive to its rider, little boy. Where did you learn all this? From your mother. That the horse can feel you, how you doing. Are you good or you bad? Are you doing good? Are you doing alright? Are you doing terrible? The emotions, the horse can feel it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The sky is falling. The water's coming off the mountain. The dam broke. Pretty devastating. Lay down, horsey. Water coming. Looks like water is going down into the lava, which is causing reaction. Which in turn is causing the mountain to erupt, which must be how the mountain turned into a volcano originally, which is what you see in Lord of the Rings, a volcano. It looks like this is the origin story of the volcano, where the Lord of the Ring, the Ring of Power, is created. Like I think all the rings, or at least the number one ring, is created in this, on this mountain. This must be the mountain. Oh no! Oh man, this is devastating. My hair. I'm gonna have to get a haircut. Volcano. Explosive. Seems like standing still while everybody running around. There she is looking as the city burns to the ground. Oh my god, this is like kind of pretty and kind of ugly at the same time. She closes her eyes, and then all the fire and stuff comes right at her. She's obviously not dead, but this is how they end the episode. Pretty epic. The last half of this hour plus episode, 1 hour 9 minutes 29 seconds. Well, not exactly that long. A little bit less than that, because you can't. Okay, 4 minutes. Then it's like credits for the last 5 minutes, but it's like pretty good episode. Like the last 30 minutes or so is pretty good. The first 30 minutes is a little bit slower than the rest, and this is probably the best episode so far. This is episode 6. Pretty good, pretty interesting, because like it's giving you a little bit of like some backstories about, like, they talk about Sauron a little bit. They show you the origin story of the volcano, where they make the rings, and that's kind of cool. I like it. There was some fighting. The fighting was pretty good. Some interactions between this girl and Sauron, pretty good. And a few other interactions were a little bit interesting too. The best thing about the show, I think, is this girl and Sauron and the interactions they have. And that's probably a good idea, probably a good story if you want to tell that story. And it depends on what story you want to tell, because like there's a lot of material for Lord of the Rings, a lot of pages and all the books and everything.
so you don't have to like tell this story, but this is like the story they're telling, and I think it's a story that I'm enjoying.